And welcome into Penchak Sports Network Vocalized. I am Nathan Penchak, your host, and Rob is the guest to my right, but we'll get to know him a little later. Tonight, not a huge schedule, um, but it is, well, there is something new to the set if you couldn't tell. We got a screen, so we'll do a bunch of stuff on there now. But not too much. We're going to go over the football brackets, quickly going to go over who won the volleyball, who won soccer, just the championship champions. And then if you noticed, tonight is Veterans themed. Veterans Day themed. So we decorated a little bit. I know it happened 2 days ago, but we still wanted to celebrate it. So yeah, that's happening with that. So we'll start with the sponsors. So our first sponsor is the Selfie Spot. Selfie Spot AK Valley services the greater Pittsburgh area for all your photo booth needs. The Selfie Spot AK Valley can be at your birthdays, grad parties, weddings, school dances, and more. We're your modern day photo booth, and we can't wait. And we can't wait to be at your special day. Mention the Penchak Sports Network for a discount. Text the number 724-594-5538. Check out their Facebook and Instagram pages at the Selfie Spot AK Valley for more info and pictures from past events. And the We Serve First Foundation. The We Serve First Foundation helps the athletes with financial difficulties get the training they need to be successful on the court, in the classroom, and throughout their lives. The foundation has helped almost 120 kids get the advanced coaching in the sport of volleyball. The 2022 AVCA Sports and Ports Courage Award was presented to Tim Toy and the foundation. For more info, go to www.jamthegym.com. We'd love for you to sponsor us. Go to the website homepage, scroll down until you see a form entitled Sponsor Us, and then you can fill it out from there. So let's go over the WPIAL champions real fast. So that would consist of volleyball and then both boys and girls soccer. So first up for volleyball, Class 1A, you got Greensburg Central Catholic. Class 2A, Quaker Valley. Class 3A, Mars. Class 4A, North Allegheny. All of them qualify for states, and obviously they won. Boys soccer, you got Class 1A, Bentworth. Class 2A, South Park. Class 3A, Moon. Class 4A, Fox Chapel. Again, those all qualify for state. And then girls soccer, you got Class 1A, Springdale. Class 2A, Quaker Valley. Class 3A, Fayette. And then I did figure out Class 4A, Peters Township won. I forget who they played, but they won. I saw pictures. So those are your champions for that. Alrighty. And then we're also going to talk about the All-Star Classic. Again, it's on December 7th, 2024. The game started at 4, but we'll probably go live at around 3:15 because they announce all the all the players and all that around 3:30, 3:45. So we'll be there. I won't be commentating that. A special guest will be. Still not going to announce that. So December 7th. Don't know that. We Serve First Foundation sponsors that. And there is an article on that on the game if you go to www.jamthegym.com. All right, so we're going to introduce, again, our 3-week special guest, Rob Penchak. He is a 1994 Kiski High School graduate, was a lineman when he played football. So tonight he is again our bracket analyst. He'll be going over all the football brackets from Class 1A all the way up to Class 2A. So we'll send it over him, see what he's got to say, and then we'll start off with Class 1A and Class 2A, and then so forth. So we will send it over to him once he's prepared.
Always prepared, bro. All right, the 1A bracket, which I must say I predicted all 4 teams that won last week. And this week we've got Fort Cherry, who's the 1 seed, versus number 13, Jeanette. And then number 2, Clairton, versus number 3, Bishop Canavan. I want to pick Jeanette, but Fort Cherry, I'm going with Fort Cherry. And the other side, Clairton, I was just looking at them. I mean, they've given up 21 points in 12 games, so they're absolutely destroying people. So I'm going to go with Clairton versus Fort Cherry for the WPIAL title next Saturday at Acra Shore. Clairton, they've first 2 games in the playoffs, they've won by a combined 110 points to 0. So I think those are solid picks. And we'll move on to the 2A bracket, which I got all 4 of those right, too. But we're going to have Seton, LaSalle, the 1 seed versus number 4 Still Valley. Whitfield did a good job with this. Number 2 South Park versus number 3 Elwood City. I'm going to go with Seton LaSalle on the left side of the bracket, and then Elwood City over top of South Park. So you have Seton LaSalle versus Elwood City. That's also next Saturday at Acroshore.
Alrighty, and before we get any farther, we would like to formally clarify. You can listen to the podcast anytime, anywhere, whenever, right on the YouTube Music app. We said a little bit about it last week, so if you go onto the App Store or Google Play, search YouTube Music, I think that's what it's considered, it'll show up. Download the app, and then you just search Penchak Sports Network. It'll show up. You can watch just the audio, or you can add the video, so that was kind of nice. If for an Apple, at least, when you swipe out of the app, you can listen to it while you're doing other stuff on other apps. Instead of YouTube, it shows up with the little video. So we're going to go back to 3A, or go to 3A and 4A, those brackets.
All right, the 3A bracket, I got 3 out of 4 right last week. I had picked Beaver over Avonworth, but Avonworth ended up winning that game. Beaver actually beat Avonworth in the regular season, so I was just leaning that way. But so you'll have number 1 Amani Christian versus number 5 Avonworth, and then you're gonna have Central Valley as the 2 seed versus Elizabeth Forward, the 3 seed. And I'm just going with the top 2 seeds in this. I'm gonna pick Amani and Central Valley, and those 2 will square off next Saturday at Acroshore. Nate, I'm mixing it up on you. I went with the 6A bracket next just because it's the championship game, which will be at Norwin High School. Number 1 Central versus number 2 North Allegheny. Everybody kind of figured that's the way it was going to end up, but I am going Central beat NA in the regular season, but if NA wins, it'd be 3 straight Whitfield titles, so I'm going for the trifecta. I'm picking North Allegheny. And then the 4A bracket, the championship is also this weekend at Norwin, and it's going to be number 1 seeded Thomas Jefferson versus number 3 McKeesport. Played in the regular season. TJ won, I believe it was 21-7. I did pick both of them to get to this from last week. I'm going with Thomas Jefferson.
Okay, we're going to break it up right before we go to the most important bracket. We're going to make the announcement. First ever Q&A, episode number 4. If you catch on, that's next episode. So next episode, we're going to step away from football. Well, I'll have the scores for the 4A and 6A, the championship, but I won't for the other ones because they happen the next weekend. So the Q&A, that's the first one, and we'll have 2 back-to-back. The end of the month, it's going to be filmed on, I think, Saturday, so I won't have the scores for that Wednesday episode, so we'll have to wait for the first episode in December to have the football, and then that'll wrap it up, and football will be over with. So that just a warning for that, because I can't obviously get the scores if I'm filming it on the day that they're playing. So I'm just going to say that much. So we'll send it over to 5A, and that'll finish the brackets for today.
All right. So 5A, I only got half of these, but that's all right. I'd picked Woody over Bethel, but Bethel won. And I had picked Penn Trafford over top of Peters, but Peters Township won. So I believe it's the Allegheny 6 conference has their top 3 teams in it. Upper St. Clair, Peters, and Bethel. And then number 1 seeded Pine Richlands also in the Final 4. So it's Pine Richland versus Bethel. John Ladon's their coach. I like that guy, so I'm going with Pine Richland to get to the title game. And then Upper St. Clair and Peters. Upper St. Clair's undefeated. Peters' only loss was to Upper St. Clair. Just as Bethel Park, their 2 losses were to Upper and Peters. It's crazy how good those 3 teams were. But anyways, I'm going to pick Upper St. Clair versus Pine Richland for the 5A championship next Saturday at Acroshore.
Alrighty then. So those are all the football brackets tonight. Alrighty. So it's kind of short episode today. Download the YouTube Music app. It's the best place in my opinion to watch the podcast. And again, the All-Star Classic. You should tune in. That'd be a good idea. We'd greatly appreciate it. So, next episode, like I said, it's a Q&A. We're bringing in a college and high school athlete. Ask her a bunch of questions. Oh, I gave away the gender. Ask her about a bunch of questions, and then the next week we'll have 2 current players. I'm not going to say if they're high school or college yet. So we'll send it over to Rob. See his ending remarks, anything that he wants to mention else about football.
Well, not high school, but Steelers won. Great game. I was traveling, so I didn't get. I got to listen to it. I ended up watching it yesterday. So that's a good win. Baltimore this week. That should be a great game. First place in the division on the line. Also, the winter sports start. I believe Friday is the first official practice. So Nate Dogg here will be carrying the Kiski girls varsity and JV games. I believe the first game we can actually record is like December 2nd, because the 2 scrimmages are just the teams. No parents or fans or anything are allowed in for that. But I believe it's the first week of December. And then he will miss the 1 game for the volleyball classic. I don't know if we'll have a broadcast for that night or not, but other than that, that's about it. And we have PSN water, in case anybody's interested.
Yep, we did just get that. So, yeah, so we'll get deeper into basketball on that first episode of December. We'll look into their who's in each classification, not who, but we'll go over who's in roughly what each section, and then we'll go into any players we want to look forward to watching and all that good stuff, but we're not going to do that yet. So, yeah. Acroshore Stadium. Are we going to that game? All those games?
Oh, no, I was thinking about going up to Norwin, but
Okay.
I think that starts at, I think it's noon.
I think it is noon. Who would play?
Honestly, it depends if it's cold out. Wait,
4A should be first.
we can't go Saturday.
4A starts at 12:05.
We have, what's it called? Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, early Thanksgiving.
For half the family.
It's getting close to that holiday that.
We will not be at those. Acroshore, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Acroshore we'll have to think about. But well, Acroshore I think's probably got the better games. So.
You can sit there and watch all 4 of them.
Yeah.
We
can. I don't know. That's a good question. So, but yeah, it was a short schedule tonight, but got the screen. We'll do a lot with that. I'll try to do a lot with that. It was the first, and he threw me off because I had it all scheduled and he was going all around. He hopped for like.
Well, those 2 brackets, I don't know. It's fine.
So.
You have to move your bin mic, bro. They don't hear me.
So yeah, but yeah, Veterans Day. Oh, I have a video I wanted to show. Sorry, it's a little far back. All right, there it is. It's up there. So I forgot to show at the beginning. But yeah, veterans. So all right, well, not too much else going on. I think that's about it. So Q&A. Hopefully if you're wondering if you want to play basketball, maybe that'll make you want to do it. I don't know. All right, well, got anything else to say?
Nope, ready to go.
Alrighty. Well, we thank you for tuning in to the Penchak Sports Network, episode number 3. Rob will sadly go away. He'll go away for.
I'm not dying, dude. You don't have to say
He'll go away for like 2 weeks because we gotta bring in some people for questions. So I was gonna do a Q&A about football, but I never
no, basketball. It's basketball season.
aligned
It's gonna get
questions.
crazier, so it'll be good.
Yeah. So well, I did actually meant to say December it gets really weird with all the episodes. I did try to put them on the website if you go to the broadcast calendar, but they're all thrown off. Like I know the 26th there's an episode going to be premiering the day after Christmas. That might change to that Friday. And then there's a few games on Wednesday, so it's all in shambles. And I think the week of the All-Star game, it's like there's the All-Star game on Saturday, Sunday's off, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday there's a game, so that episode will actually probably get canceled that week because that's way too much in 1 week. So, but that's not confirmed yet. January is pretty normal. I think one episode gets moved because there was a game that was moved. So it's all on there, each episode, but it's not set in stone because it may get moved. So it's if I want to film the podcast. So yeah, that's all we have planned tonight. So yeah. Anything else?
Wrap it up.
All right. Well, we thank you for tuning in to Penchak Sports Network Vocalized. It's been Nate and it's been Rob. And we will see you guys, or I'll see you guys next episode with our special guest. So we're signing it off.